Welcome to Parashat Re'eh-insights on this parsha. The first pasuk in the parsha says, "Re'eh anochi noten lefanecha hayom bracha v'klala." So the Seforni says that we have to understand that if we, like it says in continuation, that if we listen to the mitzvot Hashem, then there's bracha, and if we don't, then there's klala. And even though these are two extreme sides, there's no room for compromise. In other words, if a person listens, then there's bracha, but if he doesn't listen, or he does compromising, then he will not get the bracha, he'll get a klala, Rahman Aslan. Then it also says, I heard from Torah-Moshe, it's written by Torah Moshe, that why does it say the Lashon singular, Re'eh, and then it continues, Lefanechem Hayom, right? So the Torah Moshe says that the Gemara says in Kiddushin, Lo'olam yir'eh et adam et atzmo ki'ilu chetzio zakai v'chetzio chayav, ואת העולם כולו חציו זכאי וחציו חייב. עשה מצווה אחת, הכריע את עצמו ואת כל העולם כולו לכף זכות. עשרה עבירה אחת, הכריע את עצמו ואת כל העולם כולו לכף חובה. So the Torah is telling us, just make sure that you understand the great responsibility that you have. Whenever you come to do something, you have to remember it's not only for yourself, you're also responsible for the whole world. Another thing on this pasuk, the Gra says, it says that Re'eh anochi noten lefanechem. Why does it say noten and not natati? Natati lefanechem hayom. So the Gra says that the Torah is telling you that a person, he thinks that once he chooses a certain path, then that's it. He chose it and he can't change. But that's not true. That's far from the truth. A person has the opportunity to change all the time. And that's why it says Nuten, to tell you that all the time a person can change up to the time of his death. And why does it say Hayom? Hayom, because a person might say, I have done so many averot, I'm a begeder rasha, what's going to do, what's going to help that I chozeh b'teshuvah? So the answer is that Baal Tshuva is like a tinok shenolad. So it's counted from today and on. So that excuse he doesn't have. And also it says anochi. Why does it say anochi? Because a person could say that the Yetzer Hara is too strong for me. I can't overcome him. And he brings a raya from the Gemara. The Gemara says in Sukkah, in Daf Nun Bet, the Gemara says, Yitzro shel Adam mitgaber alav b'chol yom, u'mabakesh lahamito, ve'in malei HaKadosh Baruch Hu ozro, eno yachol lo. So we see that the Yetzer Hara is a malach, and it's impossible to overcome him. But Hashem says, Anochi, Anochi, I'm with you, and therefore I will help you. If you try, then I will help you, and you will be mitgaber. And then in the continuation of the pasuk says, by the bracha, it says, Et bracha asher tishmon el mitzvot Hashem Elokechem asher anochi metzaveh etchem hayom וכללה, אם לא תשמעו על מצוות השם אלוקיכם, סרתם מן הדרך אשר אנוכי מצווה אתכם, ללכת אחרי עולים אחרים אשר לא ידעתם. So the question is, why does it, by the bracha, it just says, im tishma'u, but by the klala, it adds not only tishma'u, but also sartem min haderech. Why is that? So we know, the Gemara says actually, that machshava tova hakadosh baruch hu mesarba l'maaseh. So once a person decides lishmoa and mitzvot Hashem, then he gets a bracha. But on the other hand, machshava ra'ah en hakadosh baruch hu mesarba l'maaseh, and therefore it needs to continue and say besatem min haderech. Only after he does an action, then Rahman Aslan, he's going to get the klala. That I heard from Rav Weintraub. In Pasuk, in the Perek Yud Gimel, Pasuk Hey, the Torah says, אחרי השם אלוקיכם תלכו, ואותו תיראו, ואת מצוותיו תשמרו, ובקולו תשמעו, ואותו תעבדו, בו תדבקון. Right, so the Chafetz Chaim says that we know there's a klal in the lashon of the Torah that achar is close by, but achareh is following at a distance. So since the continuation of the pasuk is tidbekun, to cling to Hashem, so why does it start saying by achareh that there's a distance between you and Hashem? So the Chafetz Chaim answers that if a person feels that he is far away from Hashem, b'chol zot he should not be mityaesh. He should go after Hashem, and Hashem will help him to come to cling to Him. The Chafetz Chaim asked this from the Imrei Emet what he thinks, and the Imrei Emet told him another answer. He told him that if a person feels far away from Hashem, and therefore he's broken-hearted because of it, so then Hashem will help him that will bring him to cling to Hashem. Another pasuk we have is Banim atem el Hashem Elokechem. This is in Perek Yudaled, pasuk Aleph. The Torah says that Banim atem el Hashem Elokechem lo titgodedu lo tosimu korcham ben enechem lemet. Right, we are the sons of Hashem, and therefore we should not cut ourselves and pull our hair out for a dead person. So Rashi says, why does it say that what does that have to do with the continuation of the pasuk? So he says that since we are Banim LaHashem, so we should look proper and not all cut up and hair torn from us, right? We should look. We are Banim LaHashem. We're from the royal family, but the Ramban says that lechora is not. This is not understand, because otherwise, if this is true, then the Torah should have said, why does it say lemet? So it seems like it's only for emet. So the Ramban and the other Rishonim hold that it's coming to tell us that not to over mourn for emet. A person feels after a loved one passes on, so he feels that he's left all alone. But he should not feel that, because we are Banim LaHashem Elokechem. Hashem is with us all the time. That's what the Ramban and other Rishonim say. The footnote says that it's going on the met. In other words, a person could think that it's so terrible that this person passed away. Chaval on him. He's not living anymore. But he should not worry about that, because Hashem is his father, and he took him to a good place, and he doesn't need to worry about him. Then the pasuk in Zayin in this Perek, the pasuk says, "Ach et ze lo tochelu mima'alei hagera memfrasei haparsa השסועה את הגמל ואת התרנבת ואת השפן ואת כי מעלה גרה המה ופרסה לא יפריסו טמאים הם לכן." So the Gemara in Baba Batra says that Talmai, the Greek king, brought together 70 skenim and put them in different rooms and told them to translate the Torah for him. And all of these 70 skenim made changes in the Torah. In 11 places they made changes. One of the changes is that instead of writing the word arnevet, they wrote si'irata raglaim. And the reason for that was because the wife of Talmai was called Arnevet, and since he might feel that the Jews are insulting him by putting his wife's name in the Torah, so they changed it into another word. So so the question is, why would he be insulted? If the Torah is just giving us a list of animals that we're not allowed to eat, so why would he be insulted? So the typical answer would be that a person who is easily insulted, so he can be insulted. He doesn't need any good reason to be insulted. He'll be insulted for the slightest thing. But another answer that they give is that the Torah over here says all names of gives all the names of the animals. They're all in the masculine, the gamal, the shafan, the chazir, right? But ba'anebet, it says in the female. And that's why he might have thought that they're putting his name, his wife's name in the Torah. But the truth is, we have to understand why does the Torah say all the other ones in the masculine and Dafka this one in the feminine? And the answer to that is that it's not feminine. It's a type of, it's a species of the rabbit. Then the last thing I'd like to talk about is Naton Teten. It says in Perek Tetvav Pasuk Yud. Perek Tetvav Pasuk Yud. It says Naton Teten lo velo yara levavcha betitcha lo ki bigral hadavar hazeh yivarechecha Hashem Elokecha b'chol ma'aseh yadecha b'mishloach yadecha. So the Gemara in Baba Batra actually says that there was Binyamin Tzaddik who was responsible for Kupata Ir, and a woman came to him in the time of Batzoret, when a famine, and she told him, "Parnaseni, give us food. We need." So he told her. He swore to her that there is nothing left in the kuppah. So she told him, "But you understand, if you don't give us food, if you don't give us parnasah, a woman and her 7 children are all going to die of hunger." So he decided to give them parnasah from his own money. So after the Gemara continues that after a while he became sick, and he was almost gonna die. So the Malchei Sharet came in front of Hashem and told him that you say in the Torah that a person who saves one nefesh is like he saved an olam maleh. So and here Binyamin is going to die young after he saved eight people. So right away the Beit Din Shel Mala they tore the Gzar Din and they added 22 years. So the Gra asks, why was it exactly 22 years? Where does that come from? So he answers that by sota, well, first of all, that a person who gives tzedakah to an ani, he gets 6 brachot, and he's mefayas in bedvarim, he gets 11 brachot. And also by the sota, if she was unfaithful to her husband, and he brought her and she drank from the water that is supposed to kill her. So the Gemara says that if she has schut, the schut will be toleh for her 3 months. And so if you take 11, the fact that Binyamin HaTzadik was mafayas, that lady, so he gets 11 brachot, so 11 zchuyot, so 11 times 3 months, so that's 33, and then you multiply that by 11 by 3 is 33, and you multiply that by 8 because there were 8 people, so you get 268 if I'm not mistaken, but in any case that you get that number, and if you divide it by 12, right, that's the number of months that he would have gotten. So you divide by 12, you get 22 years exactly. Thank you for listening.